This is a series of films that tells the history of contemporary fashion photography as seen through the eyes of models. What's the feeling of walking onto a catwalk for you?
What is the feeling of...
Are you frightened that moment you step onto the catwalk? Are you thinking, yes, this is my moment? Or you just, where are you in your head when you're stepping onto that catwalk?
When I first started, I used to be very nervous.
Yeah.
One is I didn't want to trip and fall flat on my face.
Yeah, I guess that's every model's kind of basic.
But also hurt myself, because you can hurt yourself with some of these shoes.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Yeah. It was tricky to know which John Galliano catwalk image I was going to choose. I chose this one.
They've done some wonderful ones.
Amazing.
They're like theatre almost.
Well, they are. I mean, they're fashion theatre, which is what they are. An incredible event.
Talk about celebrating different beauty. I mean, the girls that they have in the show, and the makeup and the hair. I always try and put in my head, and that's why I'm never really nervous if I don't have really dangerous shoes, as I say, and they keep getting really bigger and bigger and bigger. But you get used to it. For the amount of years I've done it, you get used to it. But to answer your question, I always put in the back of my mind that there's been seamstresses that have worked for like months and months. Garments, I mean, cost so much. So it's not just like, oh, you know, we're just walking down, sashaying, you know, on the runway. There's extremely amount of people that have come together and have put all these pieces together, and even doing them hair and makeup. We show up like 4 hours before or so, just to be able to get that results, you know.
This is probably Pat McGrath.
Pat was great, and Orlando with the hair, and we're always cracking up, and we've got music back there, and the team that work with Pat McGrath. Oh, I love it. I see my friends, I see, you know, there's some people that you really get to bond and be friends with, and I think that's what it's all about. And I always said, the moment I don't enjoy it, that's the moment I will step back.
Are you parental to other girls? Are you guiding?
I think for the younger girls, because they're so young, and some of them are very young, I feel that at least most of the girls should go to secondary school. They shouldn't be like, at 14, you're a child. In the workplace, they would not employ a 14-year-old, 12-year-old.
So are you protective of them?
I think you should give them 2 cents. If they talk to you and they're so innocent and ask you an honest question, some people don't want to give advice. I think it's not right. I have been given advice. I think it's only fair that you know, you pass it down. So for 20 minutes, we'll walk up and down. I just think about all the team that have put it together, and all the girls, they've gone by, they've looked through, in order for all of us that are doing the show. I don't know, sometimes it's like 30 or 40 girls. I mean, we're talking about thousands and thousands of girls that would want to do that show.
For sure.
And for us to be paid, to be made look gorgeous, you know.
So getting back to my original question.
Walk down. So I walk down, I don't get nervous, just because I know I have to be able to present this tremendous amount of work that took a village.
So especially if you're modeling for couture, then it really is a kind of, you know, the garments you're wearing have been worked on by lots of different people for many, many days. So these are real sort of, you know, labours of love.
Even John, I mean, he's gone to school and studied. This is not just like, okay, let's just
throw it together.
So
what's the atmosphere like before you go on stage? Before
even working with John, by the way, I never got to work with him, and then one day I told my agent, I was like, listen, I don't understand, like, can I at least go see, and then if he doesn't book me, then okay. And they're like, okay, sure. And I went, and that was when it was all the 30s inspired lace, blue, baby blue, and beautiful like pearls, and this little hat. Was it Steve does them?
Steve Jones,
Love him.
Gorgeous.
Amazing. And he was just like, okay, let's try some samples on. And before I walked out and got in the train, I get a phone call from my agent, and you're booked. I just remember jumping around. I was just like, no way, I can't believe it. But
I can't believe you weren't booked earlier on, to be honest.
No, it's really wonderful. But I believe everything happens for a reason.
Yes, I'm
It's
sure.
a time and a moment for everything.